Thank you for having us. I'm wearing heels for the first time.
Nice.
That's right.
Well done.
Yeah.
Proud of you. And I don't know if I can say this on camera, but I very clearly remember midday meets.
Now look at the contrast. My favorite part about midday is the comic strip that Manjul writes called Mumbai Meri Jaan.
I just think I remember nostalgia-wise when I came to Mumbai, first time when I saw midday, at the formative years of me hitting puberty.
Hello and welcome to the Lunchbox, which is a segment where Midday takes two celebrities out for lunch to find out who the person behind the public persona is. And the two people we have with us today are Prajakta Koli and Sapan Verma. Prajakta is one of the country's biggest YouTube stars, and she has a channel called Mostly Sane, which has over 4.5 million
4 million.
subscribers.
4 million.
Okay.
By the time the video comes out, it'll become
4.5, yeah.
It'll become.
And Sapan is one of the country's funniest comedians. He's a co-founder of East India Comedy. So let's start with Prajakta. How was life like for you before YouTube happened?
You know, now that I look back, I feel like this was meaning to happen sometime or the other, because obviously when we started off, YouTube, एक तो पहली बार जब भी घर के कंप्यूटर में वाईफाई आया था, तभी it was like वाईफाई as in that the LAN thing, modem, तभी I was like, oh, what is this? So YouTube was far-fetched. I always knew that I was meant for more creative things. Like I knew that academics and math and science and history is not my
So even
side
in
of the
class
world.
4, you were pretty sure that you don't want to go down
In
the
fact,
science route.
in class 6 is when I had decided that I wanted to be a radio jockey.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was 100% sure. मैंने
Wow,
कहा कि
dude,
सुनो
class 6 is-
10th तक I'm going to study and then I'm going to go for arts. I remember going for career counseling
In class 6?
in class 6
That's
and
a
talking to
major
Ma's
ambition.
friends. And
Yeah.
I was like, I want to go and then I'm going to do arts and then I'm going to do BMM because I knew that उसमें maths नहीं आता.
Same.
And that's the closest to radio jockeying. And then I knew that after that I'm going to become the best radio jockey this country has ever seen. And that is what the plan has always been. So not 4th, but in 6th, YouTube तो नहीं देखा था. But in 6th I knew for sure कि चलो this is the
Creative करना है.
plan and this is where I'm going to go. I can't sit behind a desk and work.
Were you also pretty sure that you want to get into this business?
Oh no, not at all. I'm still not sure.
Weren't you an engineer?
I was about to get into engineering, so I did like proper IIT coaching classes, 5 hours a day, 11 and 12. But in my head, I knew that I will not do this. But I just didn't want to tell my parents, okay, because I couldn't shatter their dream. But I was just like, I am mentally, I was out of it, and I was a good student. Like my professors would tell me that you're a good student, you're just not focusing. You know, you can
तो
do
अगर
this.
focus करेगा तो crack कर
हाँ,
देगा.
कर लेगा. Because I was actually a good student in science and all, but I was just like, this is too much. I don't want to do it. Then I got into BMM, thankfully, which was kind of a life-changing thing. But when you join BMM, you're making short films, you're doing ads, you're writing like. Have you also done BMM?
Yeah.
From?
Kedkar College Molo.
Ah, nice. Represent.
Someone's like, okay, I'm
हाँ, but
sure.
BMM किया है ना. So you know what I'm talking about. Basically, every subject there's 50 marks of project work. So you're
Yeah.
exploring filmmaking, advertising, PR,
Brand
marketing, brand
managing.
management.
Mass media, right?
Yeah,
It's
so
a self-explanatory.
you're doing
term, actually.
everything. So that's why I kind of got exposed to filmmaking first. And I was like majorly into, I was making short films. And that's what I really wanted to do in life, become a writer director. And then I finished and I was like, job kaun karega? I didn't want to do a full-time job, so I didn't join any place. I did advertising. I tried 7 jobs with internships.
7?
And internships plus training plus jobs counted.
Oh, you didn't write humor before that?
No, this was like right in college. But I just didn't like the idea of going to office every day. Because even when there's no work, you're just sitting in office doing nothing. It's like a rule, right, that you can't leave before 7.
I know.
So yeah,
And
of course,
usually,
I can see it in your eyes.
usually, you know, not that I worked 7 jobs, but the one job that I did work as a radio jockey intern, I had the most horrible time getting along with the people there. I learnt a lot, which I know now. Like, first of all, I learnt editing. And being a content creator, if you can edit your own stuff, you're like,
You're sorted.
you're great, you're sorted. You don't have to
Yeah.
go sourcing for anything. I learnt editing. I learnt a lot about your audience's attention span. Like that was something that radio really taught me, where I was like, okay, I need to know how to crunch my content, how to get to the point on time. I learnt a lot of voice modulation, क्योंकि मुफ्त की intern बैठी है जिसको बोलना आता है तो सारे views इसी से कराओ. So I used to do a lot of that. So I learned how to do that. So I learned, although it wasn't the most funnest processes,
But it was a learning experience for
Everything
sure.
I learned, I still use, and I'm so grateful.
Same.
that
I
that
was
happened.
discussing with somebody that every internship
You
what I've
learned
done,
something.
I've learned like from copywriting, very basic thing, but from copywriting, because you have to write convey the message in concise words. I learned how to write my stand-up punchlines very concisely. Like there's a way of saying a joke this long, and there's a way of saying the joke in this many
Like
words.
she said, getting to the point. That's
Yeah.
something you learn from
So
your
from every
copywriting
job you've
skill.
learned something.
I have never done stand-up comedy.
Which
I
you will.
really want to
You
try.
will, you will. And I'll
I
tell
have
you, you
tried
will do it.
once. It failed.
Where was this?
horribly.
Where was this?
Comic Con. Of all places, Comic Con.
But Comic Con is.
Yeah, but I'm on stage. Fun story, okay? And I was after Sahil. I was
Oh.
like, great. You put me after Sahil Shah to do a stand-up comedy set. Now, what I wrote, no, I was very happy with. I said, chalo, this is great. I went on stage and I just felt like the audience is like, you're going to disappoint us. You were here
But
to
they're very supportive,
I
yeah,
went like, I think 2 minutes into it and I was like, guys, let's all agree that this is bombing. Let's do a Q&A. And then we had a fun time doing a live Q&A.
You're so confident on stage that you had the knack to decide that on the spot, which
Yeah,
comes with
but-
so much practice and this and that, which is great. You will do stand-up.
So I want to try stand-up,
We'll do
but
it.
what my question is, when you go to a venue also, more than the audience hearing you as a performer, don't you also need the sound to be okay where you can hear the audience?
Yeah, 100%.
Otherwise it just
100%.
bombs, right?
To
I'm
be
sure
honest
they
with
were
Comic Con, while a lovely place, great,
very busy.
not a good place to do stand-up. I did stand-up last year at Comic Con also. It's too much happening, too many kids, also
Too many
people walking
excited
around, and
kids.
people just walking about doing things and all.
Yeah.
So, and the reason I'm saying you'll do stand-up is because the show that I'm working on right now,
You're
For-
working on something?
I just shot a show for Amazon, which is coming out in October, where I get people from different fields to do stand-up.
Hey, I know about
You know about
this.
of course
My
you know
good
about this.
friend just
Yes, your
told
good
me
friend
about
is of course
this.
on it.
And this is
another-
basically a job interview that's going on right now.
Yes,
then.
basically.
Is it? Am I doing okay?
I'll get in
It's
touch with you later. But yeah.
Oh, yes,
so,
I've heard about
yes.
So should we order for the food then?
Yes.
Yes, let's order for food.
Lunch.
It's lunch
Let's go
box,
for the
so
lunch.
let's
It's
call
lunch
for
box.
lunch. But Sapan's like in
See, I was
breakfast
telling
zone in his head right now.
So my cycle is ulta. I sleep at like 3-4 a.m. normally. And I wake up at like 11-12. So this is like morning for me right now.
That used to be my cycle. It has shifted in the past few months.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You are becoming an adult.
Yeah, I turned
much of-
26, which I fondly like to say.
Oh yeah, it is.
Early post mid
Early
20s.
post mid
That's a good
20s.
phrase actually.
What are we gonna call
This is
for?
some drinks which I will avoid.
Oh, he gave you the bar
yeah,
menu.
he just like, so you look like somebody
You look
who...
like someone. That's the same thing, I think, isn't it? What languages is this?
This
in?
is
Mexican, I think.
Espanol.
Yeah.
Mexican.
Ooh, lobster cups.
I'm now very hungry, but
Are you vegetarian?
I eat chicken.
Ah, okay.
I came to pick up my wife here a month ago, so I know she was here. She's the food
You're
was good.
married?
Yes, buddy.
I didn't even know that.
So are you feeling like chicken or veg, Sapan?
Chicken.
So tacos.
How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Excellent, excellent.
What do you recommend that we eat?
I recommend that you go for the guacamole made on the table.
Okay.
We can start with that, and then I can send you the skites, which is another appetizer, corn cocktail, warm cocktail.
Okay.
And we saute onion, garlic, the roasted corn
Okay.
with the chipotle jalapeno mayo
Okay.
and some house-made chili powder.
Oh, can we also have the lobster cup?
Lobster cups?
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Awesome.
Cool. I suggest the fish tacos are quite good.
That should be good.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you
You
for
made
your
a life
help.
much, much
you.
easy.
Perfect. Well, I've always thought about this, man. And you're on stage and you're a comedian and people aren't laughing.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that when you're on stage?
That still happens, to be honest with you. One, you have to be a little thick-skinned as a performer. So sometimes you can blame the audience of the venue if you know your jokes are good. Like if you go to a corporate show sometimes, right? We do a lot of corporate shows. She's laughing already because she knows.
Laughing at what? Corporate shows?
corporate-
No, I'm laughing at. You can blame the venue.
yeah. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, the venue was not good, man. The audience was not nice.
You're not the bad
I performed at
carpenter.
Comic Con, okay, it was not good.
Yeah, true.
You can do that. Like we do a lot of corporate shows because they're well-paying shows and sometimes the brands are very good. And now the
Also networking.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
want to go to these
Yeah,
shows
yeah.
and meet.
But sometimes that audience is not there for comedy. They're there for internal networking. Sometimes you have bad gigs. Sometimes you just, while nobody is laughing, you just calculate the money that's coming into your bank account.
Oh, do you remember when we were doing the?
Oh my
yeah, do you
God,
remember
yes,
that?
of course.
So even if the audience isn't laughing, you'll be laughing to the back.
Yeah.
So that's
We
what
did that
No,
last
so
time.
we were all together. There was Abish, me, Sapan, Sumuki, Naveen.
Yes, there were the other Comic Con contestants.
Oh yeah. So we were all on stage, okay? And we are perfect. Like we are having a fun chat, and we realized that nobody in the
Nobody
audience
cares.
is listening. I was like, fine, but like everyone else is there. Like nobody nobody cared because the bar was open and everyone. So I remember after a point we had all turned our chairs and we were like, "Yo, let's talk to each
हम
other."
लोग तो बात कर रहे हैं, कोई सुने नहीं सुने उनकी प्रॉब्लम.
So I think that too keeps happening. Also, I feel like with comedy, honesty goes like a long way. If you keep on harping on the fact that, F you guys, I think it's funny.
Yeah.
So if you don't laugh, it's fine. So many times I see a few performers where they just hold on to their joke. Where they're like, tumko nahi samajh, and then they'll trash the audience. I'm like, bro, it's not funny.
Yeah.
Get away with
Yeah.
it. Get on with it.
Sometimes you gotta acknowledge
that
it. It's not fine. It's not funny, which happens.
And which is why you need to try out different content. I feel like with even YouTube, periodically my audience tells me if my content gets monotonous. Where they're like,
Yeah.
listen, it's not funny anymore.
Do you read the comments?
Oh, all the time.
All the comments?
As many as I
As many
can.
as you can.
But they're like, listen, this is not funny, or now it's becoming boring, or you need to try something else. So now, from time again, you have to keep sort of like taking that feedback and trying more things with your content.
Right. So then you seem like a person who truly loves a job.
Yeah.
Oh, I love my job. I wear pajamas. Like I'm wearing heels for the first time to come to my work. But otherwise, I can wear pajamas.
And you're
go.
sitting.
Show the viewer like what it is.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right.
Well done. Proud of you. Nice.
Yeah, they look nice.
See, no real celebrity
Good
in
choice,
this
by the
Bollywood
way.
will show you the truth. Okay? YouTube
Yeah.
people
The
are
underneath
honest.
of their
Yeah.
souls.
They're candid.
Yeah, they are candid and open.
This is lobster cup, the poached lobster.
Lobster cup.
Aioli sauce, and we put some sesame seed.
Thank you.
Pollo asado, the chicken taco.
Chicken taco.
Yeah, chicken taco. This is grilled chicken. In the soft tortilla, we put some guacamole and pickled onion on top.
Okay.
This is very classy, but I will not eat it in the classy way that it is
How do you
presented.
eat
gonna have it like
tacos?
chola
Yeah,
bhatura.
it's gonna be like
Yeah, it has to be like that only.
This is esquites, corn of the top. It has mayo, cheese, and tahini.
it's too fancy.
Someone help me how to eat this.
I don't know. I'm just going the fancy way, like. With
I'm
a
gonna
fork
go in
and
a
everything.
momo
Yeah,
way.
you're supposed to just roll it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's
This is what
supposed
I
to
will
do.
do with this.
But
So good.
Lobster cup.
You like
This is a
lobster? Have you
lobster
ever tried lobsters? Any seafood you've tried?
Prawns.
So it's the same thing. It tastes like prawns only. It does. It's just bigger prawns.
bigger and better. So did you grow up in a vegetarian household or what?
Yeah, my family is
Okay.
pure veg.
Okay.
I started eating chicken in college because friends were eating it. So that's the only extent to which I.
Did you have one of those experiences or episodes where you go home and tell your mom that you started eating chicken?
Yeah. She's still in denial about it. She doesn't know.
Because half my family is Jain.
Oh.
So all my cousins who break through is an experience.
Do you guys like cooking?
I like cooking. Do you cook?
Terrible, dude. Terrible. I am now wanting to learn properly because I lived with my parents all my life. It was very easy. Like mom was always making food and we always had.
When you live with your
househelp and
parents, you
all.
never know how to cook unless like you
Yeah.
have like a real passion
Dude,
for
I'm
it.
not kidding. I learned how to make chai last one.
Well done.
And you've been married for 2 years. I
We have
blame
a
your
cook at
wife
home.
also.
No, she was unwell one day. She's like, make chai. So I was like, okay, you direct me. So from the kitchen, she was like, add this, and I
Are you
learned.
serious?
Yeah. So now I felt so bad. I'm like, I'm going to learn cooking. So now I'm going to learn cooking properly. I can make Maggie.
Did the chai turn out well? Did the chai turn out well?
Oh, yeah. I've become a good chai maker.
It's not
And-
very easy to make good chai, by the way.
Yeah, it's not
I
that
am a
easy.
fan of the Bengali way of making chai, by the way. So they've got me hooked on it.
My wife's Bengali. Just saying.
Good job.
Yeah. So that.
So the chai that she taught you
yeah,
is good
it's
chai.
good chai.
I can see you starting to eat like fish.
No, that's the problem. She's a hardcore vegetarian.
Oh,
Yes.
she's a one of a kind person.
Yes,
then.
she's a one of a kind. So she's one of those who started eating non-veg and then at a young age went to a butcher shop and saw everything.
Right.
And then she was like, I can't do it. Oh,
Thank
awesome.
you.
Thank you. So that. But I can boil eggs. If that
That's
counts.
also not a very easy
Sapan,
thing
if
to
you
do,
think
by the
any
way,
of this is
man.
adding up to your case,
he's
you are
complimenting
sadly
me.
mistaken.
Sorry.
What? You can cook everything?
I can like not every, so I'm not one of those, today I'm going to try to make this. It's not that, but I can make bhindi ki sabzi, I can make jeere wale aloo, I can make dal, chawal, chicken, prawns.
Proper
so-
ghar ka khana.
Everything, good.
Yeah, I can do I can have a meal.
Nice.
I can do that. Utna hi hai, like that. It's been like that for years now. I can only cook that.
But while you were like learning how to cook, did you have any misadventure in the kitchen? Like,
Every time I have cooked is when I've been home alone. So it's very rarely. कभी-कभी ऐसे होता है कि चलो आज breakfast मैं बनाऊंगी. So you can't go wrong with anda.
Right.
But usually all these extensive affairs that happen is when I'm home alone. कि चलो, I tell माँ कि don't cook, I'll cook for myself today or whatever. And if it goes wrong, nobody knows. So sometimes जल जाता है. Sometimes it's horrible, too much salt, too little salt. Not anything that was like, oh my god, this is a story I can tell types.
And when you guys
Manageable
like
shit.
generally like go out to eat in Bombay, like what are your restaurants of choice?
I don't like eating out much. Like my idea, frankly, of chilling would be, let's call in for food. Let's get in our pajamas, have wine, sit inside the house and chill and have fun. One place that I like going to sit, think, write, read is the Taj Mahal Tea House.
Bandra?
Oh,
Bandra
yeah,
one?
Yeah. So if you ever want to just take a break, read your favorite book, listen to your favorite music, just write. I get a lot of writing done
Damn
there.
fancy a place, dude. Like, matlab,
It is a very beautifully
very
done
nice
place.
I go there
And
sometimes.
do you know it's not expensive?
It's not. I go there sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm always surprised कि दोपहर में 2 बजे full कैसे है weekday पे.
Please come
मतलब-
and look in the corner. I'll always be there.
पीछे अंदर आके
एकदम अंदर.
अंदर जाके.
That and there's I like going to LPQ for the pasta.
So the place where Prajakta Koli, the
Did I just
YouTube
give it out?
content creator, sits in
corner.
ID.
Taj Mahal Tea House, you enter the 3rd room inside.
I think you'll have
Honestly.
to find a new place after this.
I think I'm gonna have to, but great, no?
So
But
मेरा उल्टा है because when I came to Bombay, thanks to my dad's job, we got a flat at Churchgate, Marine Drive, and Jai Hind College was right there. So my upbringing in Bombay, technically the first 7-8 years happened in South Bombay. So all my food joints were
You're
there,
a sober
but
boy.
not fancy ones. And the reason I love Bombay food culture is that I like the street foodish things. Like I love the fact that every like 2 blocks you'll find a sev puri wala sitting somewhere. In South Bombay, there's a thing of ganne ke ras wala. Every 2 blocks in that full fort area, there's a ganne ke juice wala. Anywhere you go. I really like this place called Gokul Healthy Bites,
Okay.
opposite Badi Mia.
Okay.
Amazing rolls.
really?
I grew up eating that in college, so some nostalgia.
Listen,
behind
Bade Mia is really nice if you like Beja also, huh?
I love Bheja.
Yeah,
Beja
that
is
I've not eaten.
amazing at Bade Mia.
And the other place I recently discovered, somehow randomly while walking, tiny dosa place called Narayan Dosa, near Opera House in Choni Road, where now I go every week. Once a week, me and my wife go there, and also there's no place to sit. People come in their cars, people stand on the road and eat. So I go there and eat once in a while. It's an amazing dosa place, and then people sometimes find me and they're shocked. They're like, why are you here? It's so funny. Once I got caught, I was walking in Fort, and I love walking South Bombay because I was grown up there. So Sundays when I'm free, I just go to South Bombay for a walk.
And it's a beautiful place.
It's a
to
beautiful
walk
place,
in.
and Sundays it's
It doesn't
empty.
feel like the Mumbai you grew
Mumbai,
up
yeah.
in.
Sometimes
I
it doesn't
was-
feel like India, dude. Like some parts of it.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. So I was eating Sev Puri, and these 3 fangirls came from somewhere, and they're standing there. Firstly they couldn't believe that I'm eating bhel, and they said also, but you're Sapan Verma, why are you eating bhel on the road? I'm like, arey, but that's the whole. You can't not eat street food.
In Thane, so my Baba has a restaurant.
Oh,
That was
wow.
always his dream. So if you guys are fans of Koli food,
I love Koli food.
like
yeah, because
fish,
yeah.
spicy fish fry and fish
Yeah.
curry, so you should go to his place.
But what's your cuisine of choice then? Is it Koli food that is your go-to food, or is it like
So my
something else?
mom's Jen from Delhi, my dad's Kori. They got married, so I am a weird fusion of I want fish fry with aloo chawal types. I
Nice.
eat dal khichdi and chicken tikka.
Nice.
So I am that person.
You're the fusion food.
Yeah, I am like
The-
I really enjoy my vegetarian food without any adrak lehsun.
It's the real deal then, like the Jain food that you have.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So my nanny doesn't eat after sunset.
Okay.
So it's that much. I grew up on so all the veg food that I really मतलब मेरे को तुम आलू चावल और अरहर की दाल पूरे हफ्ते दे दो, I'll eat it. I'll eat bhindi every day. I'll eat lauki every day. I'll eat all of that every day. I can eat
Lauki
it.
I can't eat every day.
You know, my nanny could make anything and I'll eat it. It's the same with Ma. Ma could make any other than pomfrets and bombil. I don't like that.
Then mandeli is also something you never have then.
No mandeli, no bangda.
Okay.
I don't even know what these names are. All they just sound like
this-
nicknames. Bangra,
But
Mandli.
surmai, halwa.
It's like chota gangster names from like Sacred Games types. Bangadi, Bangla.
But thanks guys, this was
Thank
fucking
you.
amazing.
So much, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.